Hello friends, my name is Tarun and I have a company called Let's Do India. With my sister Madhu, I have been hosting groups of about, I'd say, 10 to 12 guests on very personalized, fully concierge journeys, which I call Journeys of a Lifetime to India. We started this in 1996 and we have gained a lot of insight and experience in showing our guests authentic and incredible India. We often get the question from people as to, well, why you? Why should we consider you and your company as opposed to others? There are a lot of good other companies out there doing good work. I'm not aware of any that have actually taken India with the passion that Madhu and I have. This is something that we do because we love to do it. And being of Indian origin, we understand the Indian frame of mind, the Indian thinking, and as well, having grown up in the West, in Canada, we also understand the nuances and the small details that make a trip that is good and take it from good to great. Here are some of the reasons why you may want to consider joining us for an adventure. Our adventures are fully escorted and we take care of the edge. There's always an edge wherever you travel. It's our job to look after the edge while giving you a very authentic experience. In that sense, our itineraries are also very unique because we have that inside out perspective. And you will find that the way we have learned to combine the itineraries, we don't backtrack and we give you a local taste and experience. My sister Madhu, half the year is in India, and so we have a great local network of friends who welcome us and our guests into their homes and their lives, so you can get a taste of the actual authentic India. Along with being our passion, we like to call our India trips retreats, because more than a tour, it's almost like friends that come together. We love to offer meditations during the retreat when we've had a long day of traveling and we're tired. We like to have discussion groups where we sit around maybe with a cold Kingfisher beer, which is one of the best beers I feel anywhere. And we love to agree to disagree and have discussions about what we're experiencing, seeing, thinking, feeling. And so it's a very conversational retreat style trip, and that's why we keep it to small groups of no more than 12 or 14 guests. At times we even have guests that have their own group of friends that they want to travel with, and we're happy to customize an experience to the specific requirements and requests of that group. And our itineraries are structured because, of course, on any kind of a trip you need some structure, but they're not rigid. We recognize that you want to go on a holiday, you want to go on an experience and not come back exhausted. We don't run these 16-hour travel days, maybe once in a while if we have to, but generally we have flexibility within our schedules. We try to give afternoon free time wherever we are when we can, and always keeping in mind that this is your trip, your experience, and we're there to maximize your experience while giving you an exposure to the tremendous variety that's available in India. We always take you also to the authentic local markets. You may not know this, but a lot of tours, due to different considerations, won't take their groups to where the locals go. We love to take you where we ourselves would go to shop, to bargain, and there's something about a local market that cannot be replicated in the tourist market or a market for tourists. Certainly we access the best of the best, and we have made over the years wonderful alliances, and even when we take you to a facility like a place for good, high quality, reputable carpets and sculptures, that kind of thing, while it might be a tourist style complex, we always ensure that you pay our local prices. So in that sense, when you're with us, you get treated totally like a local. A lot of tour companies will also tell you that they can put a trip together for you and give you an English-speaking guide, and nothing wrong with that. There is sufficient English in India to give you no problems with language barriers. However, there's a difference in the way it's not only speaking English, but it's also being able to, within that understanding, being able to communicate what is being asked for. There's a context to every language. Between Madhu and I, we're fluent in several of the Indian languages. I would say about 5 on last count, plus we have English. And so we are really able to, whatever region we're in India, communicate and be very clear about what we're looking for, what our expectations are. And we have found over the years that this gives us the most positive experiences with the fewest obstacles, miscommunications, or misunderstandings. We always assist our guests at no extra cost in helping them to plan any additional excursions or add-ons that they would like to do prior to or after getting to India. We do land packages that are all inclusive, and so you don't get nickeled and dimed, as we say in Canada. We like to make sure that you can go and know exactly what you're getting. We include dinners in about 70% of the time because we want you to experience different Indian cuisine. There is such a huge variety of cuisine in India that if you think you know Indian food, wait till you get to India. We love to give you all the assistance prior to the trip, during the trip, and after the trip, so we're fully accountable to you to guarantee that you have the most positive experience possible when you join us. And finally, we are very particular about which guests we also invite on these trips, and we love to get to know each other prior to the trip and make sure that there is actually some kind of a connect between us, so that during the trip, usually 3 weeks to 3.5 weeks is the duration of the trip, it becomes more like friends traveling together. The most important quality that we look for from our guests is flexibility. India requires us to be flexibility. As much as there are things in India that have not changed in 5 or 10,000 years, there's other things that change every year. It's never the same trip twice, as many of our guests who've gone more than once will tell you. India is dynamic. There is an intensity in India. There's a rhythm in India, and if you go with an open mind and an open heart and just observe and learn to be flexible, miracles happen and opportunities open up that we couldn't plan for. So these are a few of the things that we bring to the table. Our guests typically love personalized small groups. They're flexible and accommodating, like I said. It's never my way, it's our way. Open to new experiences and love to learn. One focus we always offer in our India trips is the opportunity to learn. When we go up into Kerala and go up to the tea estates, we learn about the tea industry. Kerala is also where 86% of the world's spices come from. So we learn about the spice industry, we learn about cloves and cinnamon and the cardamom hills, and everywhere we go we try to learn about how things are brought to the market and all that there is to learn about the people, the place, and their economy, their commodities, their history. We love a variety of activities, from sightseeing to shopping, visiting temples, monuments, ashrams, spas. We get wonderful Ayurvedic spa massage treatments that are restorative at one of the best, the #1 leading Ayurvedic resort and spa and rehabilitation facility in all of India. So we really take this trip to heart, and it is our privilege and pleasure to show you and share with you our India. To learn more about our upcoming itinerary for the upcoming year, please visit us at letsdoindia.com, where you can review the itinerary, have a look at what some of our other guests have shared with their experiences, and of course you may reach out at any time to have a chat with me about how we can make your India experience a positive one. Look forward to connecting with you. Namaste.